Good morning, Colorado Springs. Dave Gardner here with this week's growth-busting news. An interesting letter was published in our local paper last week. The young writer took offense at a, quote, self-righteous snob preaching about overpopulation from the back of their gas-guzzling truck, end quote. She feels it's hypocritical to have overpopulation bumper stickers on an SUV. Well, I have tracked down the offending SUV. Here it is. Funny thing, it's in my garage. Yep, I'm busted. Now some of you will find this especially amusing since I enjoy some notoriety as an outspoken critic of our unsustainable worship of growth. Well, Ashley, I apologize for my imperfection. I won't try to explain or rationalize here why I'm driving that SUV today when I should tread more lightly on the planet. I can understand how hypocritical that appears. You're correct when you assume environmental sustainability is behind my views on overpopulation. However, contrary to the implications of your letter, I'm not against reproductive rights. I'm all for people making their own decisions about family size, but I'd like them to do it with full knowledge of population's impacts. I advocate an end to dependence on rising population as an ineffective, destructive, and dangerously misguided strategy to maintain economic vitality. My no vacancy bumper sticker is not advocating we restrict freedom to move into our state. It's a plea to stop spending millions of dollars on misguided economic development, enticing more people to move here. It's a reminder we've already exceeded the carrying capacity of our state's water supply. Securing additional water to fuel continued population growth can only come at the expense of agriculture, river ecosystems, and drought reserves. There's a simple equation. Human impact on our planet equals population times resource intensity. So, yes, at a time it's critical to reduce our ecological footprint, one would question the sincerity of those bumper stickers on a Hummer. Giving me grief about my SUV is the next logical step as we become more attuned to the impacts of our lifestyle choices. Yesterday we scorned Hummers. Today it's any SUV. Tomorrow we'll scorn even fuel-efficient compact cars, wondering why their drivers aren't riding bicycles or walking. No offense, Ashley, you are right. Technically, I should give up not only my SUV, but any motorized vehicle. I should trade my house for a tent, give up vacation travel in favor of less carbon-intensive virtual trips on the internet, and I should go to bed when the sun goes down rather than using electricity for the luxury of light. This is where we're heading. If we continue to ignore the role of increasing population in the equation, that day will come sooner rather than later, and it will be more extreme. I personally hope we can recognize the limits of our resources before it comes to that. It may be too late. Ashley also wrote, "We have plenty of space left for those who like to freely procreate." Well, Ashley, it's not about space. It's about our ecological footprint, which extends far beyond our local borders. Today, meadows of wildflowers in Rocky Mountain National Park are dying from the exhaust from Colorado Springs power plants. Pollution from China impacts air quality and health in the U.S. And today's carbon emissions of every inhabitant of our state and the planet will remain for 100 years in the atmosphere we all share. So, while I reduce, recycle, and reuse as much as I can, and drive as few miles as possible in my SUV, I could do more. I may trade my clothes dryer for a clothesline. Perhaps I'll swap my power lawnmower for the old rotary type. But we need to do much more. So I'm also crusading for our city, state, and society to get unhooked from their growth addiction. Should I trade in that SUV for a compact hybrid? You bet. But if we can't break the habit of growth addiction, we'll have to give up a lot more than our SUVs.